Hey guys, in today's video I wanted to chat about what to feed chickens to keep them healthy all winter long. Check out these ladies, they're absolutely hungry, so let's go ahead and feed them. So GrubTerra actually sent me these grubs, or they're actually black soldier fly larvae, which in the past we actually have been feeding our chickens mealworms. So there's other things that I'll mention too to feed them during the winter, but I did want to chat about the grubs and the mealworms, or I should say black soldier fly larvae. So we like to feed them these black soldier fly larvae. The main reason here, if you can see on the bag, they really have a lot of calcium, so they help with egg production. So I recently heard of GrubTerra. They actually contacted me and they said, hey, would you mind doing a review on these grubs? And we'll send you some for you to try out. And I said, absolutely, because we were actually going to go get some mealworms for the chickens to feed them. And then I learned about the black soldier fly larvae. We have fed them black soldier fly larvae in the past, as well as mealworms, honestly, what we could get our hands on, because we're really trying to feed them more protein. So upon doing more research, mealworms versus black soldier fly larvae, the mealworms are pretty identical to the black soldier fly larvae when it comes to the protein and fat content. The bigger difference in the black soldier fly larvae is that they have 75% more calcium. So that's more so their claim to fame. So the calcium absolutely helps with their egg production. We noticed this over a course of a 2-week period, that our eggs are actually getting harder and harder. And actually, some chickens are being kind of naughty and pecking on each other, getting frustrated with each other, I think, because they were bored. So we gave them more activities to do, but they were starting to pluck some feathers off of each other. There were the Americanas that we have. Those are on the bottom of the totem pole, if you will, when it comes to pecking order. If any of them are bored, they tend to pick on those guys, unfortunately. So some of them had some feathers plucked from their little heads. And we noticed after giving them the proper food and the proper nutrients, they didn't tend to get as bored or irritable, and they started to grow their down feathers back. So when chickens see that somebody has plucked feathers and they see a little bit of red or anything, they keep plucking and plucking on them. So it's best to feed them something that will help grow those feathers back or grow that down back pretty quickly, so that they stop that at all costs. And also give them some entertainment, whether it's hanging cabbage from the ceiling or something. They can peck at it like a little wrecking ball of cabbage that they're trying to peck at. Anything like that to keep them entertained, so that they're not picking at each other. Ours need a little bit of entertainment because they are enclosed in a run. So here, let's go ahead and open up this bag of grubs and start feeding some to the chickens. They absolutely go nuts over them. This is like candy to them. Look how I'm just dropping some on the ground already, unintentionally, but they go nuts over them. So these again are great to feed during the winter months, really help them with their down growth, especially if you continually feed them these all the way until spring, when they actually begin to grow their feathers back. Feathers are mainly made out of protein, so it's really great to help supplement more protein. Their feed that we have in this feeder right here is about 18% protein, which is great. They get enough, but the more protein you get, the more beautiful and quickly they will grow those feathers back, and they will begin producing eggs before you know it. These ladies are still laying eggs for us because our winters are kind of mild. Look at these ladies getting possessive over the grubs. They're pecking at each other. Be nice, ladies, be nice. I haven't fed them grubs in a little bit because we just haven't had them or haven't had the chance to buy them yet. So when GrubTerra reached out to us and said, hey, do you want to try some out? And I said, yes, perfect timing, because we were actually going to get some, because we have noticed that they're still producing eggs, but the shell was getting a little weak, we could tell. And of course, we could supplement with oyster shells. That is an option to help with the calcium. Again, it's just the calcium though. I did want to supplement with protein as well, because I know how well they do with protein in the winter months. So when they said that, I said perfect, because I wanted a supplement for protein, mainly protein and calcium. The benefit too is that this has a lot of good fat in it too, which will make their feathers and their oil glands really nice and shiny. And they'll stay a lot healthier and warmer during the winter months. And their down production will be a lot better, if you will. So I'll put a link for them in the description if you want to check them out, if you guys are looking to feed your chickens any grubs or anything like that. I have seen on YouTube some videos where people actually farm their own and create these little bins and they grow their own grubs. I have not tried that yet. I have so many things going on. We have our nursery, we have to grow plants, we're getting ready for next spring. We're already starting to think about our greenhouses, getting them full so that we can get things ready for next spring. I just have too many irons in the fire, so I don't want to add another one. Look at these escape artists. Look at that. Multiple uses for grubs. I have lured you in, ladies, so enjoy those grubs. I'm gonna grab her. Look at those beautiful feathers. Haha. Chicken has been lured in and captured. I'm gonna give him another few handfuls here of grubs. So I'm really excited to have these to be able to feed the chickens. Other things that I didn't mention that we like to give our chickens are sprouted peas. So my wife actually likes to sprout the peas. She made a video, I'll link it here, and then you guys can check it out where she sprouted some peas, some dried peas that we bought, and we feed them. When you sprout them, it unlocks a lot of the nutrients from the peas, and you get a lot more bang for your buck. When you buy the peas, they just eat them whole. When you grow them, you have more material, so fills them up, more nutrients. The other thing that's excellent for them that we like to supplement them in the winter with are the black sunflower seeds. Those are excellent, good source of healthy fats for them. And it helps with that oil production and their oil gland to keep their feathers nice and oily and shiny and looking beautiful. And it'll help keep them warm during the winter months. Garlic is also excellent to give them. We like to just throw bulbs of garlic, just whole, in the coop or even in our compost. Sometimes we have garlic, we'll just throw it in there. When they were chicks, we actually made the magic water. I believe it's called magic water, where you put a little splash of apple cider vinegar and some garlic and a little honey, and it helps their immune system, it helps with parasites, it helps with all sorts of things like that. So when we were raising our chicks, we have 19 chickens. We never lost a bird, and they're about 2 years old now, almost. We haven't lost any of them to predators or to health issues, haven't had any issues so far. So I think it's because we've been trying to feed them the right things, trying to give them a lot of healthy things. Yeah, you ladies are spoiled. You know it. Look at those spoiled birds. That's one fat hen over there. Don't tell her I said that. Anyway, I hope that helps, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.